Finish him.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk about everybody's favorite Boricua, Danny Garcia. He just moved up to 154, y'all, and this is looking real familiar. I remember once upon a time, he was moving up to 147, where he fought the incredible, the enthusiastic, the killer, Rod Salka. Same thing here at 154, moving up to fight Jose Benavidez Jr., hoping to win in impressive fashion. Now, Danny Garcia's father doesn't feel that Danny Garcia is undersized for the division. You know, Danny Garcia is about 5'8". However, his father feels he's a true 5'9" when he's wearing the Echo shoes. But, you know, when you look at the real fighters, well, I don't want to say real fighters. They're all real fighters. When you look at the marquee names at 154, like a Jermell Charlo, who's about 6 feet tall, you know, on fight night, he's going to rehydrate to about 175, whereas Danny might rehydrate to about 160, you know. He's kind of undersized. You know, do you envision Danny Garcia, a Swift versus Swift fight against Jarrett Hurd? Do you see that happening? As big as Jarrett Hurd is, pause. I think he's undersized at 154. You know, and if he doesn't make impressive work out of Jose Benavidez Jr., then we might be pretty reluctant here. Now, apparently, the goal here for Danny Garcia is to eventually get a rematch with Errol Spence, who currently is fighting at 147. Obviously, there's probably just one more fight for Errol Spence at 147, and that would be Terrence Crawford. And of course, Errol Spence has talked about moving up to 154 at some point in the future because, you know, he's kind of a big welterweight. I guess Danny felt like he's a big welterweight too, or he just can't put the arroz con pollo down or something. But we will see him live this weekend. I believe it's this weekend. Oh, I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I haven't seen Danny Garcia in a ring in a minute. I think he fought twice. Man, he hasn't fought in a minute, right? He fought once before the pandemic, and then I think he fought once during the pandemic, like in 2020. So, you know, we'll see if he's got any ring rust. You know, apparently Danny Garcia felt he needed to get his mind right. You know, body-wise, he felt great. But again, he's another guy that's kind of up there in age. I believe he's also 34. A lot of these dudes are almost in their mid-30s, early 30s. And, you know, we're starting to see that younger crop of fighters, at least, you know, we're talking 147, Enos, them dudes. We're seeing them dudes come up, and they're in their 20s. So, you know, maybe moving to 154 was a good move for Danny, but I just don't see him becoming world champ at 154 unless he gets some sort of interim belt. You know, my hats really go off to Jermell Charlo, definitely over Jamal. So Jermell's at 154. Jamal, I'm getting these dudes' names. Jamal is the older brother. Jermell is the younger brother, unified champion at 154. So, you know, I have to give him his props, man. He's a guy, you know, he's taken some losses, but he's avenged his losses, and he looks great in the ring, and seemingly will fight anybody. And he has fought some decent competition. You know, these guys, they really need to start fighting each other at 154, 160. They need to start fighting each other, man. But I digress. Danny Garcia, you don't want to fight Errol Spence the second time because he's gonna beat your ass again. Just like he beat your ass the first fight. It's not a good look. We don't want to see that fight. We don't even want to see you at... Matter of fact, who's looking forward to seeing Danny Garcia fight a big name at 154? I'm not really looking forward to it, man. Like, Danny was cool back in the day, but it's like it's a different day and age right now. I'm feeling different. Boxing feels a little bit different for me. I'm sick of these dinosaurs, man. Danny Garcia's a dinosaur. You know, we looking to see some of these newer fighters, man. That's why I love 130. I love them. Man, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Man, I'm liking those dudes. Devin Haney, I'm liking those dudes, man. And even though they aren't technically fighting each other, I think they will be soon. You know, even if we go back and look at the 147-pound division, what's crazy is there was so much talent in that division, and, you know, dudes took L's, but it just, the L's just came at the wrong times. Like, Keith took that L to Pacquiao. Pacquiao took an L to Ugas. You know, a lot of L's could have been taken by either Spence or Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was wasting his time over at Top Rank, not getting to good fights. Boxing's funny, man. That's why, that's a really big reason why I stopped, like, posting videos, man. It was just BS after BS, man, and just not being able to do what I wanted to do on the channel. My shit was getting taken down. My shit was getting blocked, and had all these strikes, man. Because I'm telling y'all the truth about these fighters, man. They pussy a lot of the time. But anyway, Danny Garcia, let me know what your honest take is on Danny Garcia moving up to 154 to fight Jose Benavidez Jr. What do you guys think about that? Does he knock him out? I mean, I think Danny Garcia has the win. It's an impressive fashion, you know, for people to take him serious at 154. But I can only fight Danny Garcia. I mean, he's a big name from 147, and he's undersized for that weight class, in my opinion. So we'll see how his career goes at 154. You know, hopefully his father doesn't talk him into any fights that, you know, potentially get him injured for the rest of his career. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe, I'm out.